Gentlemen, thank you so much for coming to our lecture series. I'm really excited to have a fellow teacher come up and talk a little bit about her family motel. I'm Angie Morthland. We have board members in the audience. We've got Bill over here, Marianne, Frank, Leanne.
No pressure.
No pressure. Future board member. I know Roy's got a whole thing by himself, and that was a good point. And there might be future board members here, that are retired and so forth that you're welcome to. Yes, sir.
And we are also always very proud of our board members. For those of you who don't know, at the chamber the other night, Angie was voted Citizen of the Year.
Yes, Stephen.
I owe you 20. I'll give it to you later. And we're excited. The next thing we have is in December. We have Christmas in the Village. It's 2:00. It's heated now in the chapel. So if you guys want a little bit of Christmas cheer, we get to decorate it, and they get a wonderful program. And Bill is our master of ceremonies. Because you're really not the pastor per se. You're kind of the speaker of the house. Speaker. Let's go back with that one. No. The chapel man. There you go. Well, without further ado, you came not to hear me, but you came to hear Laura to talk about the Rainbow Motel. Give her a round of applause. All right, pronounce the name correctly, so I don't.
Janicek.
Laura Janicek.
So listen, you can ask any and all questions that you want. There is just no guarantee of an answer. So, my parents did buy the place back in 1984, the year I graduated, so I didn't move up for a little while. My brother did, however, move up here. So, but I did go back as far as I could, and I'm excited to add more slides to this when I get more history, because I want to really share this with my family as well as you guys. So here we go. So the history started in the history of the business began in the 1940s, but the reason we are here today is because of this man, Gene Capp. Gene Capp and my dad worked together at Sears in Wyandotte, Michigan, and Gene Capp bought the Pontiac Motor Lodge, excuse the typos, and then we came up and kept visiting him. And my dad said, I want a seasonal business. I don't know what he was thinking. And so he came up here and bought the Rainbow Motel a few years later. So I put a picture of the Pontiac Motor Lodge and my dad Henry and Gene Capp, which was taken just a few years ago. The beginning of the Rainbow Motel was Mrs. Hayes. I hear she was a very kind person. We bought it off Mary Jane Melwing, who inherited it when Mrs. Hayes passed. Correct or not correct?
It would have been her and my uncle.
Her and your uncle, so I can add that. Thank you.
Leroy.
Leroy Hayes?
Leroy Hayes.
Gotcha.
You want me to take notes?
Please do. So here is a picture of the Rainbow Motel with that iconic rainbow over the top. So, and all our beautiful flowers, which seems to bring quite a few people here. So, I know you can't read this, but Mr. Doherty, Richard Doherty, contacted me, and he was very excited about this. Hi, Mr. Doherty. And he shared this fantastic letter with me that I would love to read to you, even though you can't read it. I put it here so I wouldn't forget it. So it says, in the summer of 1953, I hitchhiked from Indiana Harbor, Indiana to Mackinaw City, Michigan, where I spent one of the most memorable summers of my youth. I landed a job at Hayes Standard Oil Station, which was located at the State Ferry Docks near Dustin Garage, Tyson's Restaurant, and the Anchor Inn. The Hayes family ran the station and offered me a place to stay in the loft above. That simple room became my home for the summer. I worked varying shifts, sometimes during the day, sometimes in the evenings. I was often left in charge by myself. Those were the days before credit cards and everything was done with cash. It wasn't uncommon for him to just go into the ferries and sleep on them. And unfortunately, one time he got on the wrong ferry,
Uh-oh.
and so when he woke up, he was in St. Ignace with no way to get back to Mackinaw City, where he then lost his job, he says.
Oh, no.
So, because that was the day of the ferries going over there and stuff. But it wasn't his first connection to Mackinaw City. In fact, back in 1948, he sold popcorn to cars waiting in line for the ferries to go to St. Ignace. He says, I remember buying popcorn for 10 cents a box and selling it for 15, making about $75 a week. A fortune for a young man at that time. I'll never forget the day Babe Ruth died that summer. The sadness in the air was palpable. People cried openly in their cars. It's a moment that still stands out vividly all these years later. So, years after my time there, I learned that Hayes Standard Oil Station was converted into the Hayes Rainbow Motel in 1957, following the opening of the Mackinaw Bridge. The bridge changed everything. Traffic patterns shifted, and many businesses along Huron Avenue adapted or closed as the era of the ferries came to an end. So he shared that with me in hopes that it would help me put a light on things, and it really did, because his voice in this made me realize I could have told you guys all that, but his voice saying this is what he actually did, I feel brings it back to life a little bit more for you guys. So here is our gargoyle sign, and here is the before picture, and here is the after picture. Now, it was found underneath our units 1 through 5, which we'll see pictures of later. Todd, my husband, was down there doing some work, and all of a sudden there was this perfectly round circle that was a divot in the ground, and he's like, what's causing that? That's crazy. So he went over and he brushed it off, and he loves his antiques, so he was very proud. And it is a two-sided sign, but the other side, someone used it to mix cement. So it is covered deeply in cement. So he was able to chip this cement off of it, as you can see. So, and we did look it up. It's from 1904. Because before it was a motel, you learned that it was a gas station. So here we are, the mobile gas station. We had the Pegasus sign at one time. Someone decided that it should be theirs, so we no longer have it. So here is the service station. Here is our office. This is still our front area here. And over here, this area is our living room. We have a hot tub here now, and this is a pool. So it's made some major changes. But the stone wall right there that is seen is still in our pool building. Thank God my parents didn't cover that gorgeous piece of history, because those stone walls, they just don't make them anymore, at least not real ones. So mobile gas station, and these are thanks to Mr. Cole, who brought them today. So this is the mobile gas station.
That's Mr. Hayes standing there in the picture.
I was gonna ask
Yeah,
you
yeah.
Which one?
The uncle or
the
the?
tall.
The other taller one.
The
Yeah.
taller
Do
one
you know
is
who the other
I'm
guy
not
is?
for sure.
My
Oh,
grandfather.
okay.
your grandfather?
Yes, that'd be.
Oh, cool.
Nice. Later I'll add their names here. So, and here is a different view than I've ever seen. We still have these two cabins right here. Wait, this one and this one, I think we still have. On the property, they are, one's a King Deluxe now, and the other one's a Queen Jacuzzi. We will show you pictures of those in a little while. Because right now this is amazing to me to see how different it is. And that one's the same
Same,
picture,
yeah.
just a little bit different. Huh?
Where are the gas pumps?
They're up
You can
front. They're in the front.
Yeah, you can see the circle
Yeah,
here.
Yep, those are the, yep, yep.
Yeah,
Okay.
you can't, they're dark.
Yeah. So now we're going to some then and nows. So then And this is the unit that my husband, underneath, is where he found the gargoyle sign. And as you can see it. So here is unit 106 now then, and here is unit 106 now. So we made, unit 106, believe it or not, when we first got it, was the most bizarre room in the world. Because you would walk through the door, and there was a living room. And then you had to walk through a door, and there was a sink and a shower. And then you kept walking through another door, and it was the bedroom with a toilet off in the corner. So it was the most broken up room ever. So my mom and dad took out all the walls, and it is now a king deluxe room. So here is a colored picture of the mobile gas station motel from the 1950s. So you can see the gas pumps here, where they would pull up, which is now grass. And my parents took out the nice big windows. So here we're gonna see a little bit more of the units and how it progressed. When we first got the place, there was still a lot of flags there and stuff. And so this is what we have now as unit 101, which is room 1. We'll see other pictures of that later. This is our original units. My parents again took out the nice big window. So it's just fun to look at. And look at all these things are all coming back. The metal chairs. No, people are doing those all the time. I love looking at the old TV. And yes, I still have this stand right here. That was something we were able to keep. So here's a black and white photo. Lots of laundry is all I'm seeing on this picture, but look at the hardwood floors. Amazing. I love them. And here is 2 different closets. Okay? And here is the full bathroom. But laundry. There's lots of extra laundry is what I'm seeing. But amazing. I wish we had those hardwood floors. And I'm pretty sure we still have some of those luggage racks.
We do.
We do. I should have brought one of those.
1 through 5.
So, and here is the same room a few years later. But as you can see, it's the other side of the room, but it has carpeting, that big window that they took out, and stuff. And it's wood paneling, which isn't as pretty as you're gonna see soon here. So they covered up that gorgeous hardwood floors, and stuff like that, so. Now here it is now. You can see the 2 closets are gone, and we've made it a 3-bedroom suite that now that people know we have it, it goes very quickly. And we also moved the sink out here into the room so that it makes it more feasible, because the bathrooms are really small and the showers are really short. So, I know, Jeff's so sorry. Jeff's like on his knees, he's still taking a normal shower. So, and just vintage. The tile work's still all original, although we've had to redo the shower heads and stuff, so. And obviously updated with microwaves and refrigerators and flat screen televisions. These are the rooms in the back. Rooms 8 through 19. And that knotty pine is so gorgeous. Yeah, how I wish we still had it, but we don't. And that amazing TV, how big it is. Actually, how deep it is. And the bathrooms have a few updates. And by updates, I mean a blow dryer, a shelf, because everything else is still original. It's the original tile. Around the top, on the walls is the original tile. We've had to replace a lot of the tile floors. Thank you, Sherilyn Metternich. Yes, because some of the floors are getting just a little whippy. So we can't have people falling through. And this room is a 1-bed unit here. We've made them all into, oh, we still have this too, I think. Yeah.
You have a couple.
A couple of them, yeah. They've been reupholstered, but we still have them.
Cool.
But we have 2 full-size beds in those. But that original tile is starting to come back in style. And we will get people that will call and say, I want room 110. Is that the green bathroom? Or I want the blue bathroom. And so they're like, it reminds me of my grandma. So it's wonderful. And then you get some people that say, but we'll take. And here it is.
Okay.
No more knotty pine.
Oh my God.
So, but this is our adjoining rooms. We have 2 sets of adjoining rooms and stuff. Microwaves and all of that, but I mourn the knotty pines being
Did
gone.
you save it or it's just?
It's
gone?
behind. It's painted.
It's still there.
Oh.
It's just
Oh.
painting.
It's there. It's just painted.
Oh,
Oh.
I know.
Strip it, right?
All right. This
Are
is
you offering?
no pool and a
No.
patriotic eagle sign. And look at that great city-owned blacktop in front. So this is city-owned property right here. But we mow the lawn now. Because it's no longer, and this is the porch. And it is a circle driveway, as you can see. It won't be a circle driveway for long. This was the first postcard that my parents had made when they bought the place in the early 80s. So 1984, they probably had the postcards done in 85. Oh, this was our first one. And here they are, Hank and Nancy.
My goodness.
oh my gosh.
Wondering, will we ever be ready to open? So that's the back of the motel, which this is our kitchen, what there is of one. Counter space is about this much. So that's the first year they bought it. Now this is units 1 through 5 in 1984. The units are still there, but a pool occupies the parking lot in front of it. So you can see the parking spots. That's now a pool. That came in phases, and we will be seeing the phases that it came in and everything. So, and we got rid of the screen doors because those are dangerous. But and here it is, 1984, still fixing the old girl up. Fixing the old tile, and you can see more of that vintage pink bathroom. We did change toilets, which I wish we hadn't. But they're more efficient, the new toilets, because they don't use as much water. But the tubs are still original. The tile is still original. So, and more of that wonderful naughty. And every room, it was so cute, had these adorable pictures, but they always matched. There was kittens in some, and dogs in others, and they were cute little things. I think they were like from the 70s, if I remember right. I remember seeing those in the 70s. And here we are. We're gonna build a pool. We're taking out the parking lot, and when you leave here tonight, there's a lot more pictures of the building of the pool that went in and stuff. And then here, found our first of many sinkholes throughout the years. So here's lovely Darrow's. You can see it leaning like this. And they hit a sinkhole. Bada boom, bada bing. Had to take a tow truck to get them out. So yeah, they come out of nowhere. So, and my dad thought long and hard about a pool. And so our pool if you can see, has wide steps. Because my dad said he would watch people with children and they would be playing on the steps and then people couldn't get in and out. So he wanted his pool steps to be extra wide so that mothers with children could play and other people could still get in and out of that pool without having to use the ladder one. So, and then here's our deer. They're still around. Close to almost having two does instead of a doe and a buck. But Todd still manages to get those horns back on. So, and there it is, outside pool. My parents were nice enough to say right as I was getting ready for work, we need someone in the pool to take a picture. And I'm like, seriously, I'm leaving for work. But I got in, just tried to keep my head above water, so. And the pool was covered shortly after this. Northern Michigan is too cold for an outdoor pool. So we did cover it. And we added another hot tub. So this is the hot tub going in, which was the porch off the side that you could sit on and everything from the gas station. And that's where we put, and you can see we still have this gorgeous brick rock wall here, which I absolutely, oh wait, no, that's the one we covered. Oh, we covered that one. It's the one on the other side, but that's okay. And that is just a finished picture I meant to make bigger and forgot, but that's okay because that's our pool now. Although we have added, more color, flags and stuff. Lots of people love to use our pool. Then we purchased the Patrick's Motel as well, which was owned by Nellie Gilchrist. We purchased that in 1996, which added 6 more rooms to our already existing 22 rooms at the Rainbow Motel, which is when we made some wonderful renovations. So here's Nellie's house, back when it looked really good,
Yeah,
Yeah.
right?
yeah.
I know, the lawn, and it was just pristine. I love Nellie. And the old cars, and you can see tourist rooms. You can see the roof over here of our motel. So we purchased that because it was right next door to us. And here it is. We are getting it ready to help make it look a little bit more like the Rainbow Motel and not just another motel that was next to us. I think my parents did a really great job of melting and melding the two buildings so that they are seamless. The only people that would know it's not is those that are in the rooms because they're nothing alike. Because these have the small bathrooms like 1 through 5. Teeny tiny. And here it is now. I just took this picture from the same angle. You can see where the pool was built. The building was covered, and we've got the pink doors, added siding, and updated it. And there's Nellie's house. But I had to bring a memory back, right? 1992, back in the good old days when the bridge walk would literally, they would be on the lawn of the, what was it called? The Greyhound bus station. I've been doing too much history. All I can think of is the Greyhound bus station. And it would weave, and it went all the way past our place, all the way down the street. It was so much fun. And then we had our one little parking spot. I couldn't find any pictures, but we did make part of it a gift shop for a few years off the office. It was fun, but a flop. Okay. Got to try everything though, right? Make it work. So, and then we've also built a cupola up here that a lot of people think is a room. It is not.
Not yet.
No, it can't be. It's like you go up and that's it. It's just. So here's an aerial view of our motel. And you can start to see right here where we've moved the cabins and we've made a driveway around here for people to park. Because eventually it comes this way and around.
Yeah.
Basketball court and this wonderful water view that is a swamp. And we get a lot of beavers. So
It's actually named Dry Dock Lake.
Dry Dock Lake. Oh, that's right. It should be named Beaver Lake because there's a lot of beavers.
See, I've never seen one.
Beef.
Oh, we got big ones. Someone may or may not have chased one down the street at some point in their lives. No. So, and now we're getting back into the good old days of there's an old car show every day at the Rainbow Motel. We have vintage cars. It kind of keeps your sanity when you have time where you can, we used to go to car shows, and so now we just have them at the motel. So when you're like, oh, I have energy, you pull out the car, and then you're like, okay, I'm out of energy, and you hide it again. And so he gets to do the car show. Here's a few more pictures. The Mystery Machine, obviously one of our highlights. It is the most fun. Kids of all
Scooby-Doo.
ages. And when I say kids of all ages, they'll be across the street and then they're like the big kids like pulling and the dad's pulling the kid, or the kid's like, Mom, Dad, it's the Scooby-Mobile. So lots of pictures taken with that one. And our Nash. Happy birthday, USA. So this is one that our friend right there, Larry Riley, he constantly likes to do stuff. So he rents a costume every 4th of July. We have an amazing cookout that he pushed us out of our comfort zone to have.
Ooh, that's pretty.
Yep. Beautiful sunsets at night. It's peaceful and serene. And then here's our little mini Mac. This is custom built by Todd with actual grate from the original Mackinaw Bridge in the 1950s. He designed it and he works it. We cut down 6 pine trees that were just tearing up the driveway, tearing up the lawn. I think it looks amazing. There's only one person on this earth that doesn't like it, but he'll get over it. We all know who that is. So here's one of our many families and friends at the Rainbow Motel. This is our Mustang group. We are 100% Mustangs. Kindness is free. We share it. They love to have their picture taken. We had a cookout. We do have 2 Mustang groups, so it's kind of like, siblings. So I decided, well, we're going to do a cookout so that we're one family instead of me visiting 2 separate families. So it was really fun. They all loved it. The friendships are amazing in that group. Here is our motorcycle group. Again, another fantastic group. So much so that when it was canceled this year, we only lost 2 rooms. The rest came up.
Really?
They had their own motorcycle rally at the Rainbow, and they all plan on coming this year. We'll see. If they do. They're so much fun. And we did a cookout as well for them. They've made great friendships wherever they go to different motorcycle rallies. They see each other now and hi and stuff. So, yep. And then it's no mystery. Kindness is free. Thank you all for coming from all the Rainbow staff and Scooby-Doo. Your kindness is appreciated. And I always tell my kids, kindness is free. Just give it. And that's how we keep our business running and thriving in memory of all of those that ran it before us. Each time we get a little bit better. but the same premise is there. Kindness, cleanliness, and your business will thrive. So, any comments? Did I forget too much?
How many here has got the opportunity to stay there?
Wait, we have a really
that
good
was
bridge
our
picture
homeway.
of one person.
But you have people, go ahead, Bill.
Well, we had some guests coming that we hadn't seen in years, some school friends of Dan's. And when we said, well, we've got lots of room in our house, they said, oh no, we always stay at the Rainbow Motel. Is almost all of your business return?
Repeats, referrals, and from our reviews, because we are customer ranked #1 on TripAdvisor. And it doesn't take a whole lot.
My son's
The last 3
in-laws,
years we've been.
oh, I'm
Yeah.
sorry. My son's in-laws were coming up and they had never been to Michigan. So, and we don't have a lot of room for everybody. So they said, we'll stay. Bless her heart, I call, and it's just before, I think your motorcycle weekend or something.
Oh, yeah.
But you had room for them the 2 or 3 nights they were going to be there. And I was so pleased. And they were very pleased. Yeah.
Yeah, we appreciate all this town
Yeah.
supports us so much, and we support them. Yes, ma'am.
You also need to give yourself kudos for Heritage Village. She is our #1 recommendation of people who come to Heritage Village. Where did you hear about it? Oh, this beautiful gal behind the counter. I can't remember her name, but she gave us this brochure and said, you need to come. And that's you.
Fabulous. It's so fabulous, and it's great for kids.
Yes.
Field trips. My class this year, 3rd grade. I love my students, and we will be going to the Heritage Village because luckily they didn't go last year for 2nd grade. And divine intervention from someone upstairs so that we can go this year. My class is just the most amazing class ever. But Heritage Village is amazing. When you can refer someone to something amazing, the Headlands, Heritage Village.
Yeah.
I plan people's vacations. They're like, well, we're going to this. And I'm like, oh, okay. They're like, well, where would you go? And I dig out my Michigan maps and I'm all mapping it out and stuff because I want them to have a great time. I want them to experience what I would want to experience if I was coming here for the first time. And my housekeepers know that too. They're not discouraged from talking to people. If someone's going to talk to them and say something, they're out there listening and having a good time. And it's so fabulous to have such a large family when it comes to our business. So yeah, a lot of ours is, they say they're going to stop referring us because it's getting to the point where they can't get a room. When they call, they're like, what do you mean you don't have any room? I'm like, I'm sorry, I don't. So, any questions? Yes.
Do you know when the gas station opened?
No. But the gargoyle sign, if I had to do some math and thinking, opened in it's from 1904. So I would assume that it came from something that was there, which it was a mobile station with the Pegasus. So I couldn't find anything on when it began other than from Mr. Doherty and artifacts that we find.
Have you talked to Rocky Days at all?
Oh, that's who brought the adding machine. Or thank you, the
Cash register.
thank you, cash register. Thank you. I worked all day. No, he would probably know more, right?
Oh,
Rocky's doing fine.
he would know.
Yeah.
He will be very crushed that you found the sign and he didn't.
Oh, do share.
He collects all of that stuff.
Yeah, and we found, I think Todd found a oil can. And anything else? Just the oil can?
Just the other sign that's.
Oh, the other sign, there's one other sign in the back too that, he found on the property. So,
Rocky didn't offer he didn't offer to let you know what else he might have had?
he said that all he took was one thing and that it was his.
Okay.
I mean, that's what he chose, and it's heavy and it's cumbersome and it's moved way too many times, and so he wanted it to be back at the business that it started at.
Okay. Well, Rocky has quite a collection of things, really interesting things,
Does he?
in rooms and spaces and cars and et cetera. I can't tell you what is or isn't from the motel or from the gas station, but he also has plenty of memories that would do you a great deal of
Oh
good.
yeah, I love that kind of special history
You bet.
from someone that's lived it and knows it.
Yeah.
Um,
I'll give you his phone number.
Absolutely. I would love that. So in the back there are pictures that you guys can look at. I got this together as best I could. So
You did a great job.
thank you for
Thank
being
you.
so kind.
You know what I got out of it is that you really are into this. The whole,
Yeah, his living history.
yeah, yeah.
To me, if I'm still living it, it's living history.
Yeah.
And, you know, keeping up my mom and dad's legacy, because, you know, they made it what it is
Yeah.
now. But they were getting older, so there was a lot of work to be
Yeah.
done.
Sure.
We couldn't have done it without my husband. We still have, Judy Dixon still works for us. And Alice, her mom, worked for us when we bought the place. And all of Judy's families worked for us at one time or another, and her family's huge. So Alice Dixon worked for us, and there was another girl too when we bought the place. So two of the housekeepers stayed on. But Judy's in her 70s, late 70s, and let me tell you, work ethic,
Mm-hmm.
gotta hire the older people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know? That's where the work ethic comes in. So.
We're too tired to do it.
No, late 70s. Yes, we have work ethic. We know how to work. So, any other questions? I don't have to answer them, but you can ask them.
No, thank you.
All right.
Good.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
That's it. Hey, now you get to go mingle, I'll turn it go mingle. Yeah, good.
Yeah, when I committed to this, I had no idea I was going to be teaching third grade. I was an interventionist, which would have given me more time. And I didn't know my mom was going to fall and break her shoulder and hand and be in a nursing home. So,
You did a great job.
not as good as I would have wanted to. But
Well, you know what, a couple years from now, you'll have it again, and we will forget. that we
now I'll
saw.
talk to Rocky and.
We'll have forgotten next week.
Come on.